Hi there guys, it's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know, where I go, the kingdom goes. We may eat the fish, spit out the bone, some things you may agree with, some things you may not. God is really good, you know. God is on the throne. God is all powerful. He's amazing. He's awesome, you know. And I'm not going to go off and I might start worshipping and praising God right now. But let me move on to today's topic. I'm going to give you the reason why science is from Satan. The reason why science... Oh, pardon me, sorry. Ooh. Sorry about that. The reason why science is from Satan. And it's simply this. Science means knowledge, okay? Hidden knowledge, that's what it means. And you'll find out that in this scientific time we're living in, science has gone ahead in leaps and in bounds, correct? All right? But what you got to understand as well is that the more scientific research and the more technology and the more we move forward, okay, in these advances, it's the more we actually move away from God. We move away from God. So let me give you an example. You're sick, you've got a headache. Instead of praying, Lord, heal my headache, you gotta take a tablet. What's a tablet? Tablet's science. Do you understand what I mean? It's chemicals, it's medical, okay? This is what science does, all right? Science is moving us away from, it's taking us from natural to unnatural. It's taking us from natural living to unnatural living. This is powerful, okay? They speak about, for example, what's that word called? Healing. Cancer. Let's talk about cancer. Let's speak about cancer. They do all this cancer research. They put billions and billions into cancer research, okay? But the cure for cancer is simple. It's all about diet. And you will agree with me 100%. I know people online, for example, that have clients where their cancer has been totally reversed and cured. People with diabetes, type 1, type 2, have been healed. How? Through going back to what God's talking about. God speaks about natural way of living, i.e. alkaline diet. But because of where we live right now, an acid diet is being promoted. And we know that diseases, they thrive in an acidic diet. So you'll find out when you go to the shops, you know, people drinking Coke, energy drinks, and eating all this rubbish food, dead food. And we're moving away from God's food, which is the live foods, okay? This is deep now. So when it comes to curing cancer and things like that, it's all about diet. You'll find out that people who have a plant-based diet, they don't have cancer, they don't have diseases because they're in the natural. So today, science is moving us away from natural to unnatural. For example, it goes into craziness like GMO foods, okay? They start to tamper with DNA. Stem cell research, because, you know, someone needs a liver transplant. But the reason why someone needs a liver transplant, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the times, is because of abuse. Drug abuse, drink abuse, disabuse. Don't get me wrong, there's some people that have a genuine problem with their kidneys or their liver and they need help. I know that. And they probably need a genuine, transplant. But you know what? There's people online, on YouTube, okay, who deal with natural medicines and natural foods and stuff. They've actually healed all that sort of stuff. They've actually healed pancreas that's died. They've healed the pancreas by certain foods and herbs and stuff like that. So what's my point? Science is moving us away from the simplicity of how God wants us to live. Greed is also moving us away from the simplicity way of how God wants us to live. He wants us to live naturally, simply and easily. But because of greed, science, technology, it's moving us away from God. Where no one now looks for God. People in the world don't look to God for answers. They look to science. But they don't realise that science is actually worse. They haven't got the answer, number one. Number two, they're making things worse. Do you understand what I mean? I had a relative, okay, and she had sciatica in her back, all right, and they gave her tablets for her sciatica in her back because it's severe back pain. She took the sciatica. She took the tablets. But because the tablets that she was taking, the paracetamol, whatever they gave her, the drug they gave her for her back was so strong, she had to take other drugs to counteract those drugs to stop those drugs from burning the lining in her stomach. Then she had to take other drugs because that drug makes her have diarrhea. So she takes another drug to stop the diarrhea. So she's got all these drugs and stuff pumping in her body. And you know what happened to her? She had something wrong with her stomach area and she had to have an operation. And they said the operation is because of all the drugs she's been taking. But if you was to go natural, for example, the herbalist or the natural person will say, oh, you've got a bad back pain. Get this. in Jamaica they had they got these crystal stuff you mix with rum, you put it on your back, and it releases it relaxes the muscles and it heals the back. It's all natural products. So what's my point? Again, what am I trying to say? Science is from Satan, standard. And I mean all of it, I'm saying a majority of it, because it's leading us away from the natural way of doing things. It's taking us into darkness and into unhealthiness and into death. It's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and as you know where I go, the kingdom goes, and I shall see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you found something interesting in what I just said. Stay blessed, my people.